You poor, poor woman. To watch your own child dying, there is no greater pain. I think we are an army, we who can only stand by, our hearts breaking as those we love are taken from us. Except your son, he changed all that for me. My daughter was dying, my beautiful Safra. One day she was fine. The next she was struck down, screaming in pain. No one knew what it was. Only the strongest of medicines would still her writhing limbs. Night after night I sat cradling her, watching her life force, such a vibrant energy, slipping away, guttering like the candle by her bed. There was nothing I could do except hold her and caress her and weep for her. Then one day my neighbour came to me. She spoke of a man from Galilee who was staying in the house of a friend. No one was to know he was there. He had the reputation of being a great healer. Everywhere he went, people came to him. There was rarely a moment's peace. He was, said my visitor, exhausted. But she could tell me where he was, for she felt in her heart that he could help me. You must be careful, though, she said. He's not one of us. I did not care who he was or where he came from. If he could heal my daughter, that was all that mattered, nothing else. I don't know what I expected, but it was not his silence. I could see he was very tired. In fact, I think I woke him out of sleep, bursting in upon him as I did. But I was a desperate woman. I pleaded with him to heal my daughter. I cried for him to have mercy upon me. I made so much noise, his friends begged for him to send me away. To send away this wretched woman. People do not like to be disturbed by the distress of others. Yet it seems they would prefer it to go where they cannot hear it, rather than do something to heal it. When he spoke, I did not understand him at first. Let the children first be fed, for it is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs. What have dogs and bread to do with me and my daughter? Then I realised. The children were his people, and I was one of the dogs, a foreigner. His friends clearly thought his words a dismissal, but there was something in his eyes as he looked intently upon me. An invitation, perhaps. Women are not normally invited into the debates of men, yet he was inviting a response from me. So I said, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." His friends were outraged. Who was I, a mere woman, to answer back? But he was smiling. Any confusion of sleep that had been around him was gone. It was like some light had been lit in his eyes. He took both my hands and gazed intently upon me. "Woman," he said, "great is your faith. What you desire is done." And it was. When I returned home, I found my daughter lying at peace, breathing easily. I will never forget that moment. The joy, the tears and the laughter, all coming at once. As Safra slowly regained her former vigour, I resolved that as soon as was possible, I would shut up the house and seek out her healing. Healer. I am a woman of some means. I was determined that this man should be well cared for as he went about his work. He had treated me as an equal and healed not only my daughter, but also myself. Should we not cherish those who give us life? Yet it is strange how often we do not. As I travelled with you, my friend and teacher, I learned that human goodness disturbs us. When you brought healing to those in need and spent time with sinners, fine, upstanding members of the community condemned your actions. Perhaps real goodness is like a light that throws into sharp relief our own meanness of spirit, the injustices we all too easily accept. Even your friends were unsettled by your response to me. And now you hang upon a cross, deserted by those friends, supported only by supposedly unimportant women. Why, I wonder, do we always pin down and destroy those who offer the fullness of life to all people, regardless of their differences?